This contest between, in the blue and white shorts, is Roger Riley, and in the red, white and blue shorts with the style of the American flag is Dave Gorman. And Riley lands a good left hand. Riley's got a natural height and reach advantage, even though the way he's crouching down, he's giving away his height advantage.
Yeah, very not strange style, but with very tall, very long arms, and he crouches down very low, not utilising that height advantage that he's got. I mean, whether that's part of his tactics, and he stands up straight later on in the fight, I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to draw his man in. I noticed he dropped his arms a little bit there, a little bit earlier then, trying to draw his man in. So maybe it's part of his tactics. We'll see.
This contest is over 3 2-minute rounds, and your referee is Christian Evans. As Gorman now is taking punishment and he's covering up, and he doesn't really have much answer, and he was hurt by a body shot there. He physically turned away and winced in pain, and Roger Riley feels he might be able to finish this fight right here, right now.
Great work there from Riley, working the body. Like I say, obviously that style and the stance that he started off with, a little bit deceiving, but it seems to be just to drawing his man, bit of kidology, because he's working that body nice. We're catching Gorman to the body. Gorman a little bit fleshy around the midriff, and Riley taking full advantage of that.
Riley there lets his hands go again, and Gorman's in trouble. He grabs hold to try and suppress Riley's work, much to the annoyance of Riley, who pushes him away. And Dave Gorman looks in distress there at the end of the first round. Round 2 of this contest between Roger Riley in the blue and white shorts and Dave Gorman in the shorts, style of the American flag. As Gorman now, he needs to try and do something different because he took a bit of a pasting there in that first round. Riley's corner in between the rounds were telling him to try and cool down, try and just be more calculated in his work, and I think if he does that, he should be able to get Dave Gorman out of there.
Yeah, he looks more skillful of the boxes. It seems he's got a bit more technique to him. Good jab when he uses it, he's just touching it out there. I'd turn that into a stiff jab if I was him, and then follow up with the heavier shots, which he just tried there. We've noticed that a little bit on some of the fighters tonight, they're neglecting that jab, and we've both commented on it, that when they start working the jab, they start opening up them opportunities, like he's doing now. Them power shots, they can all come from that jab. That jab's a great shot. It can be used in a defensive way, it can be used in an offensive way, and especially with somebody like Riley, who's tall, long arms, use that jab to make them openings, then start working them hooks in. He's having success with them hooks. He just needs to open them up a little bit more with that jab, like that jab to the body, jab to the head, and then followed over by a good right hand.
Yeah, Dave Gorman now he's got to try and do something totally different, because at the moment he's losing this fight. I mean, what do you think Dave should be doing, Robin?
Yeah, he should be look to get on the front foot, put the pressure on Riley. I mean, he should be using his jab as well. Just even if you're just flicking that jab out, it's keeping your opponent, it's keeping him occupied, it's keeping him thinking. He doesn't know what's coming next. When you just start steaming forward, throwing punches, you're leaving yourself open and you're leaving yourself vulnerable. Even though he's the shorter man, Gorman, he could still work that jab, to use it to make them openings for himself. He wants to get inside and start bullying Riley, working to the body, left hooks to the head, left hooks to the body, left hooks to the head. I think that was another Riley round. Great start in middle of the round, and Gorman coming strong towards the end, but another Riley round for me.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Riley's starting to feel the pace a little bit, because he did throw a lot of punches in that first round, quite a lot of punches in that second round. And as you mentioned there, Dave Gorman seemed to have a bit more success in the sort of last half of that second round. So it'll be interesting to see now as we go into the third round whether Gorman can build on that success. Here we go, third and final round of this contest between Roger Riley and Dave Gorman. Dave Gorman started to have a little bit of success towards the end of round 2. A after losing the first round and probably the second round. That was a good shot by Riley, a clipping left hook, and he's got the pressure on now, and he's digging the body shots in. Gorman needs to get off those ropes, and the referee Christian Evans jumps in and he's administrating a standing count.
And that's a good call from the referee there. Riley, working the body. Gorman, was taking some good shots to the body there, was coming back with no shots of himself, and the referee was right to step in there and give him a standing count. But back comes Gorman.
That was a monster right hand by Gorman. He telegraphed it a little bit, but he managed to find his target area, and Roger Riley now needs to regain his composure and basically just box. I mean, he's got the height advantage, he's got the reach advantage. He's probably 2 rounds up, so if I was Riley, just stick the jab out and just coast home.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, what Riley doesn't want to do here, he doesn't want to give Gorman confidence, especially as he's come into this last round losing the first 2 rounds. It's all or nothing for Gorman. Riley just needs to stick that jab, stay away from him, get them hands up, because he's setting a dangerous line there, calling Gorman in strong, stocky and strong. He doesn't want to get caught with a silly punch in this last round after taking the first 2 rounds quite clearly.
Gorman is loading up and telegraphing his shots a little bit. He's sort of sticking his left hand out and he can telegraph in his right.
Yeah, and a desperate man's a dangerous man, and Riley's blown out. Good right hand from Riley. He just needs to get on that back foot. He's blown out Riley now. He wants to be careful that Gorman doesn't catch him with a silly punch. Like I say, a desperate man is a dangerous man, and that's what Gorman is at the moment. But he's seen the last round out, and I might defer to Gorman there, give him that last round, and that's 2 rounds to 1 for Riley.